everybody, I'm Dave Chudowsky. Today is Wednesday, June 9th. Danielle, she is off today. Thanks for joining me for your 3 News Now morning update. Today, another big day for 2 Ohioans with the state's 3rd Vax-a-Million drawing, and a former First Lady is making sure Clevelanders are getting the meals they need. That's all coming up in just a bit, but first, Holly is tracking some thunderstorms in our area.
Dave, thank you. And as we look ahead into the rest of the afternoon and evening, it's going to be same old kind of thing around here. Pop-up downpours, thunderstorms, and it will be very random, so not necessarily all of you seeing it at once, but it may impact your outdoor plans, most certainly. So have the umbrellas handy in case, and it's humid and it's warm and stuffy otherwise. We'll see the same kind of setup into your Thursday. So not much of a change with more showers, thunderstorms, especially more so later tomorrow. And we'll again be in that low 80 range for highs. So we're not seeing much of a difference as we look ahead to the next couple of days. By early Friday, we should start to see things drying out. In the meantime, for the rest of today, warm, humid, scattered showers and thunderstorms. We're in the low 80s for highs. Again, if you're doing anything outside, it's just best to have that plan B in case. And then looking ahead to more showers and storms tomorrow. It'll be isolated, literally 20% as we get into Friday, Saturday, even Sunday into Monday. So we're definitely going to change things up a little bit, see more of the sunshine heading into the weekend. More seasonal too. Highs will be in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Dave, back to you.
All right, Holly, thank you very much. And tonight, another big day. It's Ohio's 3rd Vax-a-Million drawing. You can watch it right here on WKYC at 7:29 this evening. Of course, we'll have updates right here on WKYC.com and all of our social media channels. One lucky vaccinated Ohioan will win $1 million, and one vaccinated student will win a full ride 4-year scholarship to the Ohio University of their choice. After this drawing, there are still 2 more chances to sign up and win. You can do that at ohiovaxamillion.com. All you need is at least 1 dose of the vaccine. We are less than a month away from the July 4th goal date set by President Biden to have 70% of adults vaccinated with at least 1 dose. Right now, only 13 states have crossed the threshold. Ohio is not one of them. But COVID-19 cases are dropping in Ohio. Cases in Ohio have fallen to levels not seen since March of last year. And with Ohio opening up, it seems like things are moving towards normal again. Dr. Keith Armitage of University Hospital says the vaccines are working better than expected, and the hospital system is averaging 1 new COVID patient every other day. During the peak of the pandemic, it was up to 10 new patients every day.
The admissions in the last few weeks tend to be younger because people over 65 are more likely to get the vaccine. And we're not seeing nearly as many critical patients.
It's the same story at the Cleveland Clinic with fewer than 20 COVID patients in the ICU across the system. Experts say they expect case counts to stay low through the summer and potentially rise again in the fall when the weather cools and more people start to gather indoors. Pfizer is moving into the next phase of trial testing in its vaccine in children. Pfizer says the next portion of the study will enroll up to 4,500 children ages 11 and younger. The trials will take place at more than 90 clinical sites in the U.S., Finland, Poland, and Spain. The company also announced the children will be receiving a lower dose than what is being used in those ages 12 and older, but each child will still receive 2 doses. New CDC data reveals a decrease in COVID cases, hospitalizations, and deaths among older adults since vaccines became available. Adults over 65 were the first group to be eligible for vaccines, and by May 1st, 82% of that age group had received at least 1 dose. It seems those vaccinations worked. Researchers found after peaking in late December, COVID cases dropped 79% among senior citizens by May, and COVID-related hospitalizations dropped by 78%.
I give you the Lordstown Endurance.
A year ago, the debut of Lordstown Motors promised to fill a massive void when the old GM assembly plant in Lordstown closed. The electric vehicle startup boasted of bringing 1,500 jobs and a $91 million payroll by the end of 2025. But now In regulatory filings Tuesday, Lordstown Motors disclosed it didn't have enough cash to start production, and without more money, there's substantial doubt it will be in business a year from now.
The cost of putting a production line together in the electric vehicle space, something like what Tesla's done, take literally billions of dollars. So they were undercapitalized when they went to the market.
Now the community is just waiting to see what will happen. Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown told us the news is concerning and, quote, we're continuing to support Lordstown Motors' efforts to secure an advanced technology, vehicles, manufacturing loan from the Department of Energy and stand ready to offer support in any other ways we can. Let's take a look at some other local headlines now. First, a former Mayfield school district teacher is in jail. Highland Heights police say Daniel Carson was, quote, pandering sexually oriented matter involving a minor. Investigation began last month after officials received a claim that a school employee was using the internet for misconduct towards students. Camp McKinley's former head football coach wants his job back. Less than a week after he was fired, Marcus Watley is now speaking out against the allegations against him. He is accused of forcing a player to eat pork, which is against his religion, as punishment. Watley's lawyer believes the school board overreacted and says there is still time to bring Watley back to the sidelines. Yesterday, Watley denied the allegations and said he just misses his team.
Everything I do has the kids in mind and trying to get them to see their potential is what a coach's job is, and that's what I tell my coaches, and that's what we were working on. And it makes me sad every day that I don't get to see my guys and my coaches.
Superintendent Jeff Talbert says surveillance video of the incident gave him the information he needed to make his recommendation to fire Watley and the other coaches. However, Watley's attorney says since the video does not have sound, it proves nothing. Future hearings will depend on the district's finding from yesterday's hearing. Ohio is now the first state in the country to file a lawsuit to declare Google a public utility. Attorney General Dave Yost filed the lawsuit Tuesday in Delaware County. He says he's not asking for money, but instead for proper government regulation of Google. Lawsuit says Google does not prioritize placement of its products on pages, making it tough for Ohioans not to get the full view of search results. In a statement to 3 News, Google said in part, quote, Ohioans simply don't want the government to run Google like a gas or electric company. This lawsuit has no basis in fact or law, and we'll defend ourselves against it in court. Let's give you a reason to smile now today. Just yesterday, more than 120,000 meals started being distributed to more than 2,500 families across Cleveland. It's part of a distribution campaign in conjunction with former First Lady Michelle Obama's partnership called Pass the Love with Waffles and Mochi. Over the next 4 weeks, food insecure families within the Cleveland Metropolitan School District will receive the meal kits. All right, well, I want to thank you for taking the time to join me here on this 3 News Now morning update. Make sure to continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day for the latest updates. And also download the 3 News app as our weather team continues to track the storms in the area. I'm Dave Chudowsky. We'll see you again on Thursday morning on Go. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.